Welcome to Dancing with Tech, everybody. I'm a new voice. New voice. This is Justin. Decided to step from behind the scenes today and do something a little different. Today, we're going to be talking about various phones. We're going to be talking about everything from the Xiaomi Redmi Note 9 to the iPhone 12 to the Note 20 to the Google Pixel 4a. So just sit back, enjoy, take notes.
Yes. And you already know who this is, Dancing with Tech. And don't forget to like, comment, and most importantly, for more information, subscribe. So, Mr. Justin, let's talk about the Note, the Note 20.
Okay. Well, you remember yesterday I told you that I found out some new information, some good things, maybe not so much, some things that maybe not so much favorable. One of those things, may make it make us Note 10 purchases from last year uh, feel a little ripped off because they're talking about Samsung is talking about doing something a little bit different with the Note 20 series this year. They always come with the regular, the standard Note 10 or 20, pardon me, and then they want to come with the Ultra version. And they're saying this year that the standard Note 20 version is going to be more similar to the X20 series in hardware,
Hmm.
being more rounded, being more rounded and having more of a somewhat oval shape when it comes to the screen. But that's not the bad part. From what we know, it's still going to have an S Pen. But what bothered me or might have rubbed me the wrong way was that they're talking about the Ultra version having all of the bells and whistles, whereas uh, the standard version not having so much of that stuff. And I know what you're thinking, Justin. What's new? They did that last year. Yeah, but 2020, I'm gonna tell you why that's an issue. 2020, uh, all of the S20 range phones had the bigger batteries and they had the 120 hertz display. What they're talking, the reason why I said we may feel a little ripped off is what they're talking about doing for the standard Note 20 is just making it the regular standard 60 hertz display.
Really?
And yeah, yeah, they talking about making it the regular standard 60 hertz, smaller battery, of course, and cutting some corners and making it between the price ranges of $799 to about $900, depending on which way they go in totality. And of course, now you can see why I said we feel like because we got the Note 10 and the Note 10 Plus last year, and we had that standard, 60 hertz display, and we ended up paying over $1,000.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like the Note 10 was $999, and the Note 10 Plus was pretty much $1,100, $1,000 to $1,100, depending on which variant you choose.
Right.
Now, if you're gonna go last year's route with the standard Note 20, and you want to charge between $799 and $1,000, I see what you're trying to do, but that can anger a lot of your customers from last year. You got to create balance, and you got to go with what makes the most sense. You know, but that's what they're talking about doing. Right now it's still hearsay. So uh, when the Note 20 does come out, for those that don't want to spend the extra money, what are you guys planning to go with? Because once the Note 20 comes out, obviously the Note 10 series, the price is going to reduce even more. So what are you going to do? You're going to go with last year's version, or you're going to go with the standard, even though the standard Note 20, even though they're cutting corners, the price is going to be cheaper. So um, that's up to you guys to decide which way to go. But that's something they're talking about doing. Of course, we won't know for sure until launch day, the Unpacked event. So
Right.
that's just something to think about.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy because, like you said, like a lot of people who got the last two generations of the Note series, And now they're gonna come, I guess, their version like a budget friendly phone, which is you get the same bells and whistles as the last generation, but it's cheaper. And I just kind of feel like come on, Samsung, like if you, I'm all with budget devices and stuff to make it a little more appealing with the price range, but I don't think it should be. I think it should be at least what this current generation is, plus just a little bit more, and make it more affordable.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have your, I guess, your Ultra edition, kind of like how they did the S20 Ultra with all the rest of stuff like the 100 times zoom, but you still give me 4K and 8K recording
Mm-hmm.
for both versions. But the only difference is, for example, I don't have that 100 times zoom, but I still have phenomenal camera quality at the same time
Mm-hmm.
too. So I mean, it yeah, it's kind of like it's good for people who's looking for an upgrade, and it's bad for people who what I'm saying, like who got a phone last year, a year before last, because like most of you guys know, I still rock my Note 9. I'm probably gonna rock it for like another year. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I can see how that's crazy. You know.
You know, and the other issue with that too is because remember we talked before, and I told you that Samsung was trying to corner the market. What they pretty much did corner the market. And they have a phone for everybody, And the other thing, like I say this too, what's the point of cutting those corners on the standard? And again, this is just rumors for right now, speculation until it comes out. But if this is the way they decide to go, what's yeah, you always the standard version is always comes a little bit short compared to the ultra version or the plus version. Um, but they're talking more so this year. And I don't see the point. I don't see the point in doing going that route with the standard version because you got your Samsung A71s, for example, and that thing packs a punch. That thing, um, the hardware is, you don't have your glass back or none of that stuff, but who cares? You can get an A71 right now between what 450 and 500 something dollars, and it performs just as well as the flagship does. So
Right.
if you're already cornering the market, pardon me, from a mid-range standpoint, what's the point of coming short um, with your flagship? You already got the budget market, corner. So me, I don't really understand why they're doing that. And not only that, they're coming out with a new version of the A71. They're coming out with a A71 5G. You know what I mean? So you can spend way less money and get most of what because I feel like most people that buy a Samsung flagship, they don't even take advantage of all the features anyway.
Right.
So if you can get the phone for a much cheaper price, the A71 I'm talking about, you can save money and still be future proof. You know what I'm saying? As far as 5G, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to go the flagship route anymore to be future proof. You know what I mean? So it's just some of the moves that they're making has got me scratching my head. But
Right.
we'll just have to wait and see.
Right. I definitely agree with you on that because, like I say, like you got, yeah, of course you got Samsung's flagships, and I mean, I think that one of the things that drives me with Samsung is it's really honest. It's just their features they have on the phone, so they kind of keep me engaged. But at the same time, it's kind of like, but then you start talking about the price tag, it makes you kind of scratch your head. I said, dang, these phones are getting more and more expensive. But then, like you were saying, you got these mid-range phones with some good specs. Like OnePlus, a phone for example, and they have some pretty good specs on their phone. These just like mid-range phones and stuff like that cost less than Samsung and Apple phones. Are there any other good mid-range phones that that's coming out?
Yeah, well, first let me say this lastly, since we're talking about the Note 20. Um, my thing is this too. You know, we're getting all these flagships every year, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're paying more. You see the price tag going up more and more every year. But me personally, I feel like we're paying more for less. Because you're not seeing innovation like that anymore. Like people have settled, you know. But we're not seeing anything come to the table that makes you want to jump out the window and say, "Wow, I gotta go get that." Which is the reason why you still in your Note 9 and you say you'll probably be rocking it for another couple of years or so, if not longer, because there's just nothing to make you go wild anymore. At least I can't speak for everybody, but from where I sit, my viewpoint, I'm just at a point where I'm getting tired of paying more for less. You know, every year you're just getting a revamped version of what came the year before. So, but this is in no way to sway anybody from their decisions about what to buy, to try to tell anybody what to do with their money. Um, but we do want to bring awareness to other options out there. But as far as any other phones, yeah, we have. Since we're on the subject of mid range and saving money and getting paying more for less, when you can go to the mid range market and pay less to get more, there is one phone that I've noticed recently that's been on fire, that's been getting that has a lot of traction and been getting a lot of attention, and that is the Xiaomi Redmi Note 9. Um, they also have the Redmi Note 9S, which is pretty much the same phone, just a little bit different as far as hardware. Basically the same software, but with this phone, you get so much packed into. I wouldn't say a small package, but uh, you get so much for a small price. This phone goes for between I think you can find it $200 plus, 250 plus, something like that. And you getting a 6.7-inch 1080 by 2400 screen. You're getting a 48 megapixel camera, which is 2160p. You're getting uh, either 4 or 6 gigs around, depending on which version you choose. You get a Snapdragon 720Z, and let me just say, talking about uh, processors, your Snapdragons, your Exynos, and all that. You know, some people don't realize yet that when you have a screen that is not as high a resolution,
Mm-hmm.
and when you have a processor that is not as high as the current Snapdragon 865,
Right.
that makes for your phone to be better optimized. It doesn't use as much power, which causes your phone to be better optimized, which causes it to last longer. And since we're talking about lasting longer, this phone has a whopping 5,020 milliamp hour battery. You
Wow.
know,
That's good
you
right there.
you're not gonna kill that in a day even if you try it. So that's just a perfect example of what I'm talking about. You can pay less and still get more. You don't have to pay more for the name nowadays. You know, and again, it's your money. Do what you want. You know what I'm saying? But there are other options out there. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I know from experience. I used to be that guy that had to have every new phone that came out once upon a time.
Yeah, I
So,
remember
so
that.
I know. You know what I mean? But take a look at it. Even if this is not something you sure you want to invest in, go take a look at it. The Redmi uh, Note 9, the Xiaomi Redmi Note 9. Go take a look at it. And the Note 9S. Go take a look at it. Um, but moving on, we have the iPhone 12 that we need to touch on. And, again, talking about the budget market, we have the Google Pixel 4a, which I found out recently too that it's been delayed again. And from the way it's looking, if it keeps getting delayed the way it is, it's just gonna be bad for Google. Um,
Right.
I
Yeah.
don't know why it's been so many delays. I don't know what's going on. But again, and like you said, Ray, you like features. You like a phone to be jam packed. I can't lie, bro. I still like stock Android. I still, if I can get a package where I got everything in it that I would actually use, plus the optimization, because I'm very big on optimization. I'm very big on speed and a device staying fast. But I'm also big on big battery in your phone and being able to go for long times off the charger, maybe even days. And
Right.
I'm big on the lifespan of the battery lasting. So
Right.
if I could get all that in a Google package, I would consider going back to Google one day.
Right. I guess this is like well my biggest problem because I had the first generation Google Pixel and I just had so many different issues with it, but I was looking more of I'm paying basic flagship prices for what though? I don't have no features or
Right,
nothing. You know what I mean? It's
right,
like I'm paying this every month, and then I feel like the phone wasn't built as sturdy as a Samsung phone. Cause
right.
like for you all who don't know, I dropped my phone and I had a case on it that covered it up and it still cracked. So I was just so annoyed with the Google Pixel. So when I finally got the Note 9, but well basically, my phone messed up, the screen cracked. I had to pay the phone off, and I just got a flip phone, and then I just had to wait. Like I want to say maybe like a month before the Note 9 came out. So that's how I ended up with the Note 9 because my initial plan was to wait till the Note 10 to come because I knew that I was gonna have the fingerprint reader in front of inside the screen. So I knew that 2 years prior. So I waited, but I was just in a situation where my Google Pixel was no longer workable, and I needed a phone, so I just waited a month. So that's kind of why I'm holding tough to my Note 9.
That's one thing I left out too. Obviously, the price. Y'all should have said it too. If I can get a phone with everything that I need, everything that I go crazy um, for stock Android, in that device for a reasonable price and not getting charged more than what you're giving me, I'm all over it. And again, too, Ray may beg to differ, but when it comes to still shots, nobody else has a better camera in the game and this is my humble opinion. A lot of people say that, and I share the same opinion. Nobody has a better camera in the game for still shots. As far as video, Google still has some more work to do, which was proven with the Google Pixel 4. Samsung may hold that title. I don't know. It's a toss up between Huawei and Samsung and Apple. And Apple. Uh, Xiaomi is catching up, but to each his own. If I can find something hardware wise, software wise, just optimization all across the board in one package. Uh, because to me, that's Android. Google Pixel is Android's answer, for iPhone, in my opinion. So if I can get all those things in one basket with Google, I'll go back in a heartbeat. But speaking of Apple, we have the iPhone 12 coming out soon, and we have 4 different variants coming out. We have 2 versions that's just called the iPhone 12, which are the standard versions. Um, and then we have the iPhone 12 Pro and the iPhone 12 Pro Max. The biggest deal, I'm not an Apple user. I haven't been in years. I don't know. Ray, I don't know if you've ever been outside of an iPad. But
Mm-mm.
you know, one of the biggest visible changes that I see coming with the iPhone 12 is that notch. You know what I'm saying? The notch is still going to be there, but it's going to be considerably smaller than previous versions. And that's a good thing. It's time for that to go. It's been long enough. It's time for the notch to get out of here, man. I don't know how you feel about it,
Yeah,
but
I don't like it. I just think it's awkward. You know what I mean? I just, I guess it's like with me. I feel like if you're a big company like Apple or Samsung, I feel like you should be able to do away with something like that at Notch because you got the money and the technology to place those cameras. Or you like with Samsung, do like a small hole cutout. So I mean, I never really been a fan of the Notch. Some people like it, some people don't. I mean, some people just don't
uh,
care either.
yeah, we know why they put it there. For You know, the new ways to unlock your phone, the radar, the scanner and all that stuff. You know, I'm good. Even if we kept it old school, with the fingerprint scanner for a while, I'm good with that, man. I don't. I would like for them to find other ways to implement this stuff. I mean, we know that they're working on the under-screen camera technology, under-display camera technology. We might get our first glimpse at that come 2021, but I'm good on the fingerprint scanner. I don't need all that extra stuff, and I definitely two things I don't like. I don't want for my phone to have a huge forehead, and I just don't want no big notch in the way taken away from the screen real estate. So it's time for that to make its exit, and I think we're on the way um, out with that. I think next year when they come out with the iPhone 13, we probably won't see a notch anymore. But of course, the iPhone 12 is coming with the new um, A14 Bionic chip, which is some really powerful chips, really again optimized. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with that. Um, so we got some stuff coming out this year. Me personally, I'm not over the moon about everything that's coming out, but we got to cover this stuff. I'm not over the
Right.
moon about all this stuff that's coming out, but we have some things coming out this year, and we also have the Samsung Galaxy Fold 2 coming out this year, which that's not going to be what is expected. I think they made some changes hardware wise, and of course, there's going to be some changes with One UI 2.2 coming in the door, but um, there won't be any S Pen support this year. They said it was going to be, but they won't be because the screen is still going to be a little too fragile for that.
Yeah, I
They say
heard.
that. I'm sorry. Go
No, I
ahead,
said,
bro.
yeah, I heard. I was like, wow.
Yeah, they say that the Fold 2 is going to be a little more powerful this year. I don't know if they are doing something else outside of the A65 or if they're going to try to implement an A65 plus chip. We're going to have to wait and see. But and they're saying, the funny part is they're saying that the Fold 2 is going to be a little bit cheaper than what the original was, which was $2,000.
Right.
But they're saying between I don't know what 18 and
Y-
$1,900. That ain't that
yeah.
much cheaper than
Yeah, they just talking about it's gonna be $100 less. And like I
yeah.
say, I still think those fold phones are really really. It's man, I think that's just for a special market because I consider I said maybe I should get the fold too, so a little different. But
Mm-hmm.
like we said in the past, like at that point you really be babysitting your phone because one
Mm-hmm.
be waterproof. It may be a little dust resistant because it got sealed differently. Um, and then another that turned me off is like with my Note 9, like the whole reason why I like the Note line because the stylus. I use the stylus a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Believe it or not. I mean, the only feature I wish I had on it is where when you write your notes, it will automatically convert into like typing print, like the Note 10 Plus does.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Well, um, yeah, and I agree. I second all of that. That's my biggest thing. I don't want no phone. I don't want any phone that I have to babysit. You know, this might be a weird comparison, but you know, in my mind, I kind of compare it to eating fish. You know what I'm saying? With bones in it,
right,
you can't really enjoy the fish like you want to because you're too busy looking out for bones. You feel me?
right,
And I feel the same thing. With a phone like that costs that kind of money and don't have half of the durability that the phones that cost less have. You know what I mean? So, um, I think I'm gonna end up passing on the fold devices for another year or two, and let them do some more improving. But I will say that one day, somewhere down the line, I probably will invest in a fold device. It'd be nice to have one.
right. Oh yeah, I know. I could definitely see myself investing because I like how they changed how the front end display looks before you open it to fold up. So
Mm-hmm.
to me, with them tweaking the designs and listening to what people want and stuff, and like, cause I think like Huawei's foldable phone was a great example of how I would want my foldable phone to look. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so I just think that like you said, maybe another year or two where they'll be able to master the fold them, the fold, and maybe next time might be water resist, may not be waterproof, but water resistance. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I can feel a little more at ease because it is a
Yeah,
luxury phone. It's not for
yeah,
everyone. It's a special crowd of people, and that
yeah,
crowd of people are people who don't mind spending nearly $2,000 for it. That crowd.
yeah. You know, the two biggest issues for me, definitely the price, but also um, the durability, the features for protecting the phone. Because, I could have an accident and drop my Note 10 in the water, and my phone won't be gone. You know what I'm saying? My $1,100 not going down the drain. You can drop your Note 9 in some water and you'll be fine. Your $1,000 won't be going down the drain, bro. So, you know, once you had like back in the day before we got all of these additional features like water resistance and stuff like that, we didn't really pay no attention. We didn't worry about it. But once you had it, you don't want to invest more money and not have that peace of mind. You're spending more money and you got less peace of mind now. I don't operate like that.
Right.
So, I'll wait a little longer because I believe they are going to figure out how to do it. And for those that don't know, a lot of you probably do know, but for those that don't know, um, the original Samsung Galaxy Fold, that's not Samsung's. Technically, that's not Samsung's first foldable device. I believe it's the Samsung Exxon M that came out, but a lot of people missed it because it didn't get any promotion. It didn't get pushed like that, and I think it was a missed opportunity on Samsung's part. But that phone is still out there via Amazon and eBay. And when it first started picking up some attention last year, you could go on eBay and you could get it for about 100 something bucks, 150 to 170 something bucks, and that's a great deal for a foldable device. But now, since it's gotten a little more attention, and people do know about it, and people have been buying it, it might be a little more in price. But even if you pay, 200 to 250 for it, it's still not $2,000 if you want a foldable device.
Right.
So that's something to think about too.
Right. I definitely agree with you on that one. Mm. It's crazy how this market is. People. I mean, you getting to the point. I never thought I would see phones come up to $2,000. I just thought that was like some type of science fiction thing. But this is the reality of the situation.
Well, I'm not so surprised because everything was cheaper back in the day, even before our time. Because once our time came, you know, things were a little more expensive than they were before our time. So it's just always evolving. But I also, in the same token, I also see your point though, because $2,000 is ridiculous for a phone.
Right.
Period. You know, but I mean, this, like you said, this is just the market now. This is what we have. I mean, you got Apple, you got Apple selling, $50,000 desktops. So, this is just where we at right now. But that's why I really wanted to touch on, the mid-range market. The, you all you see at the end of the day when you look at tech stuff, you seeing the state of the art stuff, you seeing the top of the line, and you seeing that big price tag. You know, um, want to put a little more light on the more affordable stuff too. And it is not to say that you know you got people that are on the budget, but it's not to say that necessarily it's because people can't afford that price tag. People don't want to spend that kind of money, and that's okay. And you can still get a device that packs a punch, or probably you could put it next to the mid range. I mean, to the flagship that costs $1,000, and you're not going to notice that much of a difference. So um, I just wanted to shine a little bit of light on that too. But we just wanted it to be a quick conversation about what some things we got coming up, some phones that are coming out, some stuff to be on the lookout for, but also too, if you're on a budget, there's something out there for you. And the Xiaomi device is not the only one, but that's the one that's gotten a lot of traction lately, and it's just really on fire. It's getting a lot of attention. So definitely make sure you check it out.
Yeah, and guys, like I said, we do thank you for taking time listening to us. Like I said, this is a conversation. Let you guys know about the phones, what's going on. You know, things that you should definitely consider while purchasing phones. You know, moving forward. You know what I mean? And like I said, this is coming straight from the guy. He's behind the scenes, dancing with tech. I know he's gonna be doing something pretty soon in the future for himself. So you guys stay posted. But we definitely thank you for joining us, and thanks again, Justin. And guys, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment below, and don't forget to like the video and share it with your friends. You got anything else you want to say, Justin?
Well, no, I just want to say thank you too. Thank you for taking the time to check us out, to listen. You know, I'm a new voice. I know, like I said, I know you guys. This is your first time hearing me. I'm more of a behind the scenes for Dashing with Tech, but you guys will be hearing more from me. I'm gonna get on my own stuff somewhere down the line, but you know, this is my home at Dancing with Tech for right now. So you're gonna hear my voice a little more often, and eventually you'll probably get to see me too. So just stay tuned. And again, thank you guys for the support. Thank you for checking us out, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yep. See you guys later.